if you're trying to get into weightlifting, it's like I was saying earlier, don't search for some like optimal program. Follow pre-program. If you know nothing about weightlifting and a gym is sort of like you have no idea what to do, then follow some sort of pre-programmed routine, whether it's an upper lower split, a push-pull split, three times a week full body split. Like, and if you don't know what these things are, you just Google them, put them in ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to give you a workout routine. Like, it's really just about getting into the gym. Now, for the specifics of it, I would say for your workouts, you should be lifting a little bit heavier each workout, or doing a little bit, executing your workout with a little bit more intensity each time. There's a principle called progressive overload. How the body works in the gym, how the body makes progress, is it observes a little bit of a larger stimulus each time. And what that means is you do 8 reps of one thing on one session, and the next session you do 10 reps. Your body realizes that a change needs to be made because the load that you're putting on it is getting larger. So each time you're in the gym, do a little bit more. Eventually, you should be getting to the point where your sets are heavy enough to where you can do like no more than 6 or 8 reps, and that can come down the line. That can come in like 2 or 3 months if you wanted to. You can start off doing high rep stuff in like the 15 or 20 rep range, just to learn about exercises. You'll get an insane amount of benefit just from doing that. But eventually, if you're looking for strength, if you're looking for hypertrophy, getting bigger muscles, or getting in better shape by getting bigger muscles, you should be lifting somewhat heavy and intensely, to where like you'll get to the last rep of your set and you'll be like pushing for it and fighting for it. That's important. It's important to not just be doing things to where every set is super easy and you can just throw up weight, and then afterwards you can, in the second set, you can do just as much because you're not tired. It's important to be to push yourself in that way. That's for weightlifting. If you're trying to get into cardio, you should be cardio is a little bit easier because it's not so specific. Like, you can do 20 minutes of sort of a moderate light cardio where you just go for a light jog with your buddy and you just talk, and you'll get a lot of benefit out of that. And then it's sort of a similar principle with progressive overload. Like, do a 20-minute light jog one day and do 25 minutes the next day, and do 25 minutes and then do 30 minutes the next day, or something like that. That's a fast progression. You can expand that over weeks if you want, but just try to do a little bit more over time. And really, for most people, if you're training just for general heart health, don't go so hard. Like, don't be doing sprints or like high intensity interval training, like throwing medicine balls crazy fast and using your body in ways that get you panting. Like, you should be going a little bit lighter than that. They call it stage 2, where you can, like, if you're going for a jog, you can hold a conversation with your buddy and continue jogging. So that sort of pace is what you should be holding. But if you're trying to get better heart health, you shouldn't just go for a 20-minute jog every day for 6 months, because eventually your body's going to adapt to that and you're not going to be making much progress after that. So try to do a little bit more each time. It's okay to go light to moderate. In fact, it's better. Don't go so high intensity. And then the last thing for diet, like I was saying earlier, eat mostly organic foods. When it comes to like protein intake, a lot of people will tell you like a gram per pound of body weight. Namely, I think people say that just because that's sort of an easy thing to say. It sounds good, a gram per pound of body weight. It sounds like that makes sense. But really, if you eat 0.6 or 0.7 or 0.8, somewhere in that range, grams of protein per pound of body weight, that's probably enough protein for you. And if you feel like, if you start eating in that way and your body craves more, you can eat more. And if your body starts saying it's too much protein, maybe you can eat a little bit less. You'll find that the body starts to tell you, when you start having a goal in mind, when you say, I want to build muscle, I want to put on weight and build muscle, your body will start craving certain things, which is a very interesting thing. But your body will start telling you how you're doing, how you're, how you should change your diet, or you'll start wanting to eat different things. That's for protein. And more than that, carbs and fats, I mean, there's debate into whether, like, some people try these like no carb diets, and that's something that I'm not too familiar with, to be honest. I feel like that's one of those things where you should try it and see if it works for you. If you feel great, then great, then do it. But if you don't feel great, then don't do it. A lot of the ways you can adjust your diet plan or any other plan in your life is your body is having the feedback from your body that'll tell you whether that thing just made you healthier or that thing just made you less healthy. And it's sort of a process of learning to receive those signals and have that awareness. But your body is definitely capable of telling you in that way. I think fasting is a really good thing to do. I don't like that people go so crazy with it and go like 2 or 3 day fasts, but I feel like our bodies were, if you want to think about it from like a primal evolutionary point of view, our bodies were designed to go without food for a while and then eat a lot of food at once. So, and again, that sort of elicits a response, like that makes you want to start going crazy with it and go, I'm not gonna eat for 3 days and I'm gonna pound food. Like, that might not be so healthy, but not just eating throughout the day all day is probably a good thing. Probably, I would assume. I could be wrong, but I would assume that. So try that out. Try to only eat between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. or whatever, and see if that feels better. And if it doesn't, don't do it. Go back to eating all day. By all means, do what feels best. But that would be my advice for diet. Just eat stuff that's real. Eat stuff that's real. Eat organic stuff. Drink water. Drink fruit juices if you can. And then eat 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight around. Find what's right for you. Find what feels right. And that advice goes beyond diet for anything in the gym or running or anything else in your life. Really, just your body is going to tell you what is good and what's not good. So that's all my advice for being healthy or trying to become more healthy. The steps are simple in themselves. The effort it takes to do the steps is a lot harder, but at least you have the steps. So I urge you to take, if you're trying to get into health or just become healthier as a person, do that stuff. Try it out and see how it feels. And, hopefully your body will give you good signals on the way back. So see you guys next time.